baby daddy, and that's his name, if you ask me. That's his credentials and his name. So he said he want a traditional family, huh? Stop playing with us. It's very much giving men who never talk about equality, never talk about women's rights. And the only time they want to talk about equality is when they want to pay 50-50. Yo, our activism will never serve you or your dust. Never! So he was depending and operating on the good girl myth. The good girl myth is a false narrative that if you behave, dress, talk, and follow certain rules, that you will be rewarded with some kind of protection and be provided for by men.
But as you see right here, you see her take on the whole Darius Jackson, Keke Palmer situation. She said, y'all want traditional relationships. And then she burst out laughing. Like, that's funny. You know, in other words, I know that you men want traditional relationships, but us modern women, we're not going to give you that. And then laughed about it. So my thing is, if you're going to sit there and laugh about denying men tradition, how could you then turn and expect men to traditionally protect you? Because the same way Darius was expecting Keke to behave like a traditional woman and do traditional things, you, the moment that you got assaulted, expected the men to be traditional as well. Which is why the moment that it happened, you were out there screaming about how the men won't ish because they didn't protect you and they just stood around and watched it happen and blah, blah, blah. It's called the social contract. How can you expect the men to adhere to that traditional social contract when you spend most of your time making fun of it? Not to mention, Darius never did nothing to you, but you laughing at his misfortune. And look, I'm not condoning no violence against anybody. You feel me? The shit already happened. It is what it is. You feel what I'm saying? Like the dudes that was there told you, call the police. Call the police. Why you screaming for black men? Call the police. If some dude hits you with a brick, that's assault with a deadly weapon. Call the police. Call the police. You ain't no problem calling on your boyfriend.
Mixed people, and notice how I did not identify you.
Pause. PSA, you are not special, mixed people. So now, she just went in on Darius. Just went in on men that want traditional relationships. Now she about to go in on light-skinned folk.
Listen here, mixed people, and notice how I did not identify you. Since y'all want to be mixed so bad. Black folks, that's what y'all are, black folks.
Since they want to be mixed so bad. Yeah, because they can control who they were born by.
Black folks, that's what y'all are, black folks. You're having a black experience. Everybody in the black community gets it. You get made fun of for being poor. You get made fun of for being rich. You get made fun of for being smart. You get made fun of for being dumb. You get made fun of for being light. And you get made fun of for being dark. So you're not the only one who got bullied in school. A lot of dark-skinned girls were being called a lot of vulgar things in school too. Wham, 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 wham. So stop writing these fake-ass dissertations or act.
So wham, 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 wham. So guess what? If you got bullied in school for being mixed, she's saying she don't give a wham, wham, wham. She's making fun of your pain. But when she was sitting on that hospital bed, she said, what did I ever do to anybody?
Actually, I know you illiterates do not know how to write. Stop having Chat GPT write you some bullshit and sending it to me because I don't care, okay? Welcome to the Black community. You're having a Black experience. You're not special. You're not special. Today you must learn you're not special. Okay, you're a Black person having a Black experience. And if you want to talk to somebody about it, talk to your white family members if they will talk to you back. And also, you're making Drake look really bad right now.
Let's see what else she had to say. Because she ain't finished. Oh, no, she's not finished. And this right here is the coup de grace.
Happy Pride. I hope every Black woman is kissing another Black woman because we are the innate protectors and the providers. We protect them.
Stop right there. Stop right there. Stop right there. She said we are the innate protectors and providers. And why is she expecting the brothers to protect? She just said that women are the innate protectors.
We are the innate protectors and the providers. We protect societies, we protect communities with our intellectual property, with our lived experiences, with our breast milk, with our bodies. We're the ones and the two, not even the three. Because men are not providers and protectors, not innately, because they only protect what they possess.
I mean, you said it yourself.
An attention seeker woman. She trying to go viral, and you guys have given her what she wanted. Yes, she did get hit by a brick. Yes, I saw it. Yes, I was standing by doing nothing. And if that happened again in the same circumstances, I will watch. Because she's not as innocent as she portrays herself to be. She was taunting the guy. She was calling him all type of names. She was degrading him to a point where he resulted in picking up a brick and hitting him. I don't condone that type of behavior, but once again, she's not as innocent as she portrays herself to be. I remember a while back, she's posting videos going around in public, literally smacking old white people in the face. For what? And now you get hit by a brick, now you want to cry wolf? I don't care. You wanted trouble, you got trouble. That's why I'll still buy and watch. So don't, oh man, that whole situation got me upset.
He told his side. Guess what they had to say about him in the comment section? Libby Rock says, sir, you sound like you can't even stand up for yourself, let alone a woman. So the shaming tactics begin. T. Michelle, so this man was so fragile that his hurt feelings made him hit a woman with a brick. Now you are victim blaming. Miss Laquilla said, so you're trying to justify her being hit because she does skits on her account. Did she slap anyone that night when she got hit with the brick? Now, here's the funny thing about this. Sage Green said, how do we know you're telling the truth? How do you know she was telling the truth? This is still up is wild. Somebody said that was a skit. How can you justify someone getting hit with a brick because they are a troublemaker? B-dubs are the most disrespected on earth. Look at this goofy. She literally just said, how can you justify someone getting hit with a brick because they're a troublemaker? Also, no matter what words are said, it should never lead to physical violence. Men who hit women are cowards. Men who defend them are worse. That's the longest justification to being a coward. You're a punk. Wow. So she used words and he used a brick while black men who obviously thought it was justified watched. Verbal insults never equate to physical attacks. You're just admitting you do the same thing. Wow. Wow. Anything to make yourself feel better and blame the victim. Shaking my head, no excuse. This is disgusting, and you're proud of this. Wow. Well, bro, you are going to be defending her in court now. You just admitted to being a witness in a felony assault. You have all the facts. Good luck. Well, unfortunately, he won't be defending her in court because she didn't file no police report. It doesn't matter what he says, because in the minds of the community, he's supposed to risk his life for this random woman. So if some guy decides to attack a random B-dub, this black man is supposed to, he's supposed to come running and push her out of the way and put himself in danger for the same group of women that won't even smile at him. For the same group of women that will say flat out, I don't have to smile for you. For the same group of women that say, I don't have to respect you. I don't know you. I've been on these panels a lot. And you know what a lot of them say? If we say, well, you know, why aren't black men respected? And they'll say, well, I respect my husband or I'll respect my boyfriend, but why should I respect you? I don't know you. Now, I want you to think about that for a second. They don't want to smile at you, say something nice to you, or respect you. Things that do not put their life at risk. Things that do not put them in harm's way. But they want you to jump in front of a brick or whatever, jump in front of some bolos to protect them, even if you don't know them. Make that make sense. I don't know why we keep tiptoeing around the subject. Let's be real about it. Black men are not respected as men, but we are expected to be like guard dogs, right? Because here's the thing about a dog. If a dog has the misfortune of having an abusive owner, right? The abusive owner will do all kinds of messed up stuff to that dog, right? Will barely feed it, will be mean to it, will neglect it, will do all sorts of things. But guess what? At the end of the day, that abusive, trifling owner still expects that dog to defend the owner, even at the cost of its own life. This is what our community is. Black men in our community are treated like dogs. And these people don't want to hear no excuse. They don't want to hear nothing about self-preservation. So basically, if a random B-dub goes out into public and starts doing things that puts her in harm's way purposely, the black men in that vicinity are supposed to defend her even though she's causing problems unnecessarily. See, what y'all got to realize is the concept of chivalry existed during a time when women were ladylike and they weren't going around doing things to cause problems. So back then, if some guy decided to do something to a woman, of course, all of the men are going to rise up and do something about it, because 9 times out of 10, the woman didn't even do anything to deserve the guy's aggression. We don't live in that time anymore. I told y'all, we keep trying to hold men to a standard that comes from a time long ago. But on the flip side, we don't dare try to hold women to the standard that comes from a long time ago. In fact, it is considered offensive to try to hold women to a traditional standard from back in the day. We can get on the internet all day long and talk trash to this guy and shame him because he didn't defend a woman. But we won't dare get on the internet and say that that woman should have been somewhere acting ladylike.